Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I thought I'd bring you quite a cute little gift box today. It's a simple box, nothing too exciting about it, but the decoration and what's inside is my the good bit, if you like. I also need to show you that I have got colour changing nail varnish on again. I don't know if you can see, it's just starting to go dark on the edges there. Those are if my hands are cold apparently, and it's the pinky colour when my hands are warm, so we'll see how this pans out, but yeah, you can probably see a bit of the difference there. I love it, it's just such fun, makes it two different looks in one go. So my box, so as I said, it's a basic box with the base and the lid. There's nothing too exciting about it, but as I said, I think this would be ideal for somebody who maybe is starting a new job, or somebody going off to uni or college or starting a new school, anything like that really. I think this would be ideal for. So obviously I've just designed the front. It's kind of neutral, so it could be for male or female. And then inside we have a little pom-pom that I've made. Literally just used the the basic black baker's twine. Let me just grab it here. So I've literally just used this to make a pom-pom, which I thought was so cute and so much fun, and again just shows the versatility of the Stampin' Up products. Just so that you know, to use the pom-poms I've used a 1-inch circle punch and then the 1/2 inch to take the middle out, and then just use the twine to wind it round. I did try and use the thick twine last night, the solid baker's twine, but my card did actually rip as I was trying to cut the, you know, as you go round and cut the wind, if you like, and it did actually snap, and I was using thick whisper white as well, so maybe the thick twine, solid twine, is maybe a bit too harsh, but I'll have to have a look and then I'll come back and let you know. But yes, so lovely little pom-pom there, simple paper clip that I've just tied it to. Following on from the front here, I actually made a sheet of black and heat embossed it with the gold and used the diagonal stripe, and just added some of the library clips and the binder clips, which again, like I said, I've just put on a piece of cardstock and just a couple of dimensionals and stuck them to the front of these beautiful striped treat bags. And then as you can see, there's my pom-pom, just inside here I've got this lovely pack of post-it notes that are varying different sizes. So we've got some page markers here, some nice long ones and a couple of square ones. And then in the gold treat bag, striped treat bag, are some stickers. Now, I went into one of our local stores called Matalan. I don't know what the equivalent would be in any of our other countries, but yes, I went into Matalan. Was just having a bit of a nosy, seeing what was about. Put this all back together, and I came across, put that to one side, so I came across these and I thought they are perfect. £1.50 and £1. So inside here, and I figured I had to take them out of the bags because the stickers, you try and remove these off the paper, off the cellophane bag, and they just make a mess. But there's five sheets of stickers that, as you can see, are gold and black, hence my colour combo. And again, this is £1.50 for these lovely post-it notes, and again they come on a back, so they're not separate, they don't fall about. Again, black and gold, which is again where I got them from. So very simple then. So I have my striped treat bag, which I'm just going to pop those inside, and then I just simply folded the top over, and then I have my pom-pom and my paper clip, and I just simply tied the pom-pom onto the paper clip, which again was very easy to do because I left these two strands long from when I made the pom-pom and tied the bit round the centre. So I just simply tied that on with a double knot, and then I just trim this off so that they're the same length as the pom-pom strands, and there you go. And then you can sort of just slide it wherever you want it on your paper clip. and obviously mine then goes over the top of my bag, and I just wanted this to sit down a little bit because of the box. And there's my pom-pom, and then as I said, I've actually run out of binder clips, so I've had to go with library clips on this one. And I don't know what's wrong with my camera angle, but you seem to be able to see my belly here, which isn't so good, but hey ho. So yeah, so I just popped some of these library clips onto this piece of black cardstock that I just heat embossed with the diagonal stripe. Popped a couple of dimensionals on the back, as I said, and stick them on. And there's that little gift bag all ready and made up. Now you could give it to somebody like this, but I think with them paper clips on the front, with the clips on the front, it would look a bit messy. So so yeah, so there's that part packaged up ready. So I'll put that to one side, and then this is obviously going to sit in the base of the box. So I'll just pop that to one side, and we're going to make the box, which, as I said, is a very simple, straightforward box. So for the base, you simply need a sheet of black cardstock, and mine measures 6 3/4 by 8 1/4, and I just simply scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And in centimetres, that is 17 by 21 centimetres, and you score at 2.5 centimetres. So I'm going to do my lid exactly the same way while I'm here, but as you know, we need to use a shim of card. So I'm just going to pop that in. It's exactly the same size. I'm scoring at exactly the same point, 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres on all 4 sides. There we go. So that's my lid. I'm going to put that to one side so I don't get them mixed up. I'll just move that out of the way. So back in with my base, and so you're simply going to fold and burnish the score lines. And this is the easy bit, I guess. And then we're just going to cut the tabs out of, sorry, the wedges out of the tabs on the corner. And don't forget, we've still got a little while left of Celebration, just a couple of weeks maybe. So don't forget, if you want any of those gorgeous products for free, you need to be getting your orders in very soon. You can shop with me. The link for my shop is just below. It's also on my blog, and the link for my blog is also below. Or you can send me an email. Either anyway is possible. So there's my base. I'll just move that out of the way. What am I looking for? Fuse. So fast fuse. I'm not sure if this is out of stock now or if you do still have some. But I'm just going to pop some. No, I don't want it on my grid paper. Fuse on my tabs, and then just create your box base. Just pop all those tabs in. So there's the base of my box. So I'm just going to pop that inside, and then also my treat bag, which just fits nicely. There's my goodies. So I'm going to pop that to one side. Here's my lid. Do exactly the same. Fold and burnish and cut your tabs and wedges, but do not adhere yet because you need to decorate the front of it. So just quickly cut my wedges out of my tabs. And the layers that I used for my box front, for the top, I haven't written down, simply because they were kind of a bit of guesswork. It will all depend on the decoration that you're adding. But my rule of thumb, even though I measure everything in inches, I generally do half a centimetre or quarter of an inch less. So it's just as simple as that. So that's as far as I'm going. What I want to do next is with my 3/4 of an inch circle punch, I just want to pop it on my grid paper. So my 8" is there, 4" there, so that's roughly where the middle is. So I just want to punch my thumb noggings, as I call them. There we go, that's just ideal for when you take your box lid on and off. It gives you something to hold on to when you slide your box lid off. So that's that bit done. So next I want to add a panel. Now, truth be told, I ran out of gold foil, so I've gone with glimmer. If all else fails, go with glimmer. So I'm simply going to use my glimmer paper on here and just add this layer. And so that's that bit done. I then have the black and silver. If I bring this in, you can see. So I have a whisper white layer that I'm going to heat emboss in just a moment. And then I have a gold foil basic black that you can mat together at this point, because they are going to go together. And then I have the spare white for the label. So just stick that on there. Okay, so move that. These can go to one side for a moment. That can go to one side. So for this one, this is for your background. So diagonal stripe, lovely stamp, nice and big. So you're going to need to use your F block for this one. So take it out, pop it on. The good news is the paper's smaller, so you don't need to worry about edges and getting it level and all that business. So then we need Versamark embossing buddy, my gold embossing powder, and my heat tool that I didn't get down. And this is where everything crashes and falls now. There we go, there's my heat tool. So embossing buddy on my whisper white, because as well I can see glitter all over it from that glimmer paper. So give that a good wipe. Versamark your entire stamp, and this is the fun part because it's so big, you can just sort of go over it numerous times. Make sure you've got plenty on there, and then obviously just flip it over. Make sure you've lined it up as much as you need to and pop it on. Give it a good press and then very carefully take it off. Now hopefully, there you go, you can see where it's where the Versamark is. Let's move that. Gold embossing powder. And I actually haven't got, when I did the other one, I had a corner that I could hold on to that wouldn't touch the embossing, but this one has, sadly. And then I just obviously cover it with my embossing powder. Just give it a turn. Oh, look at that. There's a very, very fine edge. I don't know if you can see that there. Very fine edge that I missed. Never mind. Make sure you get a good coverage of this powder on it, because obviously it's such a big area. Put the lid on out of the way. Now, the only thing that I did find that worked was to use a plastic chopping board. Obviously this doesn't cause my grid paper to bend, and then just use whatever tool is available to hold it down, because you don't want to mark it with washi tape or using a clip, a bulldog clip or a library clip. So I just simply use my burnishing tool or my bone folder, anything that you can find, and once you start it will soon start to go. But obviously because it is such a large area it will take a little bit longer to heat emboss, but I think the effects are worth it. And I guess in hindsight I perhaps should have done this beforehand or done one earlier so that you could just see the finished result, but it won't take too long. Just make sure that you have heat embossed all of it. Again, because it's such a large area, it's quite easy to miss a bit. And I'm aware that I keep getting quite close to the paper with it as well, because your arm sort of drops and drops and then you end up getting quite close to it. I'll just finish off this last little corner here. See a little bit there that just needed doing, and I think that's just about done it. So I'll just move that off to one side. And how pretty is that? I suppose my grid paper still is a little bit, but not too bad. It'll be okay. So heat embossed, so obviously this now goes on here. I'm quite impressed. I'm probably tempting fate, but I'm quite impressed my dogs haven't barked. Just before I started filming, my mum phoned and they were constantly barking because there was builders outside doing something with the road, and they were shutting and opening the van doors, and the dogs were going mad. And I said to my mum, this is typical the morning I want to film and there are builders outside and the dogs are going mad. But touch wood, let me find some wood, that they're quiet now, so fingers crossed. So there's my lovely panel, as you can see now, that just sits nicely on there. This also will sit in the centre. I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back of here, and I'm literally just going to pop 5 on because I think that's all it really needs. And again, this can go on now as well. And then the last part is to just add your, oops, done that one, add your sentiment. So let's just pop this central-ish. There we go. So that's that bit done. So the last bit is your back to your Whisper White, back in with your buddy, and I'm using the lovely Banners for You and Bunch of Banners. So big block, this is my E-block. So whoops, I'm just going to add that. Versamark, make sure it's nice and juicy. I did top mine up, or rejuice mine, ink mine the other day. There we go. So I'm going to pop that just in the centre there. Whoops. And then just quickly grab some mist because I want to clean that one off. Left all my stuff out all over my Stampin' scrub, so obviously now I can't get to my scrub to put this back, so I'm going to put this one away. And then I just want to grab this little pattern here that again is going to go in the centre, and if you can sort of see it as you have used your Versamark, you can see where it is. And then back in with my sentiment. Let's get rid of the block because I don't need that one. And we're going to go with, I think we'll just go with the same because it makes it easier. So now this is automatically curved, but it's quite simple to just put it in a line so that it's a bit wonky, but it's not too bad. and you can just stick it on in your banner. So goodbye, and then the good luck one, which I didn't level up, did I? Silly me. That's a bit better. So good luck in the bottom, and that wasn't straight either. Back in with my embossing. And thankfully I have a bit to hold on to on this one. Cover with your powder, and then we're going to heat emboss and die cut it out. Oh dear, that really wasn't very straight at all, was it? Back in with my heat tool, noisy heat tool. Probably a good time as there's a digger going past as well. But at least my heat tool's quite warm now, so it won't take as long to heat this up. And then the bunch of banners framelets obviously fit perfectly for this and the other banners that are part of the stamps as well. And we will be getting a new catalogue in June, so don't forget, if there are any favourites that you have now, you need to start thinking about getting them, because they will be going very soon. And then this, just simply, just make sure you've got it the right way. Yep, bring in my big shot. Ooh. See where I did the last one. Put me on. Give this a quick die cut. Don't move, thank you very much. Was it through my big shot? Take that out, move that out, and bring these bits back in. So there's my lovely banner, which again, I'm just going to add dimensionals to the back of. And you can pretty much add anything that you want at this stage, whether you want to add some ribbon, or maybe some of the mini sequin trim. I did sort of have a play around with all of those, and in the end I just went with a small bow. If you were doing this for a male friend or colleague, then maybe not, just leave it, don't add the bow. I certainly think that you could leave it as simple as this, which I'm just going to pop on. That's not really ideally simple, but equally central, but it'll do. So back in with your fuse now to make your box up, and if you were going to add your bow again, you could probably add it at this point before you make your box up. And then, as you know, when I do my boxes, do my bottom bit, bring my box in, pop him on, and then simply add these bits, press them down, make sure it's all on straight, and then just take that lid off and then just reinforce that adhesive. And there you have it, a cute little stationery box, ideal for a friend, a colleague, a student, anybody really. I just think it's great. Sorry it's taken a bit of a long time to make, but as you can see, I'm sure it was worth it. Hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!